I think it's going to be an awesome atmosphere this weekend for homecoming weekend. Obviously, we have a limited number of home games this year, and I think we're all really excited that the college has brought back homecoming weekend. It's a great opportunity to bring a lot of years of past alumni back on campus to partake in a number of different festivities, including our football game and some other contests that we have going on campus. So it'll be a great atmosphere. It's a great opportunity for people that haven't been back in a while to come back and witness a Division I football game, something that probably wasn't going on while they were here as students. So I think we're all really excited for the type of atmosphere that we're going to have here on Saturday. I think the week off was good. We used it to really focus on ourselves and really just dive back into base fundamentals and techniques. We did show the guys a little bit of Sacred Heart, obviously, and we spent some time on them kind of working ahead, right? But I think we used it to get healthy. We've got some guys that have been dinged up, and now they're back for the back end of our season and our schedule. So we're just excited to see some growth and some progress there, and on the field and obviously from a health standpoint. Yeah, Sacred Heart's definitely better than their record tells you, right? They've played some close games. They've won some close games. They've lost some close games. I think they play hard. I think they're a really talented team. They're very big up front on both sides of the ball. They have some really great skill on the perimeter and in the back end of their defense, especially. They have some new guys. They got hit by graduation, the transfer portal a little bit in the offseason. So. They played a tough Yale opponent in the rain this past weekend, so we got a chance to watch that game. But yeah, they're a talented football team. It's going to be a really hard-fought game, just as it was last year at their place. And like I said, they're definitely better than their record indicates. Yeah, Malik's been a really productive player in this conference for a number of years now, right? And him, along with the two other guys that have been playing some pretty significant snaps, they do a really good job of attacking defenses. They run a lot of different types of run schemes. They'll spread you out and run some gap scheme and just try to draw people away from the box, and those guys do a good job of making people miss and finishing downhill. He's been a tremendous player for the last couple of years in our league, so he's definitely a point of emphasis for our defense this week. The big thing for us defensively is we have to play hard and play together from the very beginning. I think when we play consistent, our guys have shown that we can play at a high level. We have to kind of avoid riding the waves. We have to do a good job stopping the run. Obviously, we mentioned Malik and their other running backs. But we've got to do a great job of staying on top in coverage because they will take some shots down the field. They have some talent at the receiver position. They've been rotating two different quarterbacks in throughout the majority of the season, so we'll see who's under center on Saturday. The two different quarterbacks have started the last two games separately. So, but they've got some talent and speed at receiver. So, when they'll have some gotcha plays kind of off of play action. So we have to do a great job of being disciplined in the secondary and finish it on the football. I think there's an opportunity for us to hopefully create some turnovers there. Yeah, there's a couple guys that'll be back this week on both sides of the ball that we're excited to get back. We had two linemen, Tom Buxton on the offensive line and Van Friday on the defensive line that have been out the entire season for different reasons. But those guys returned to practice last week, so it was really good timing from a bye week standpoint. And those guys will be activated on Saturday, so we're excited to have them back for this stretch run. And we're getting healthier at the running back position. Obviously, we've had a couple guys out there, and pretty much everybody is back there as well. So we're excited to get Jermaine and Tom back into the backfield, and just try to keep guys healthy. We know that's going to be a physical grind all season. We know Saturday is going to be Saturday, right? It's live, so it's just making sure that we limit some of the pounding throughout the week for the guys so that they are as fresh as possible, as fast as possible come Saturday. Yeah, I think the big thing for us that we've realized, right, is we're not going to be a team that has to draw up a bunch of different schemes every week. We just have to be really good at doing what we do and do what we do fast, right? Do it hard and fast and physical. So I think for us that's our secret sauce, right? We saw that at the end of the Merrimack game. We've seen that at times throughout the season. So it's not about being exotic. It's being about fundamentally sound, right? It's being fast and efficient, and it's about playing hard, and I think when we do that, we're as good as anybody in the league. Yeah, I mean, they're a 4-down based defense similar to that they were last year. They're active up front. They'll primarily have those two linebackers in the box, and those guys run and track really well. They'll do some different variations from a coverage standpoint out in the perimeter. So the goal for us is obviously to make them start to have to cheat somebody else into the box, right? They could be, from a game plan standpoint, thinking more pressure and man coverage, which could create some opportunities in the pass game too. So I think for us, it's about being efficient, being balanced, and just being really, really clean from a technique standpoint and execution standpoint, and having great tempo with everything that we do. So that'll allow us to be balanced and also allow them not to, tip their hand in terms of like dedicating an extra guy always to the run, because then they're a little softer on the perimeter or vice versa. I'm excited to return home. Right, we've had obviously a week off, a couple weeks away from home, and it's a chance for us to play in front of a great crowd, a great atmosphere, homecoming weekend against an opponent we haven't beat yet. That we played down to the wire last year. So we're excited to try to get that first win at home. We talked about that yesterday in our team meeting. We want to defend our home field. Right, homecoming weekend is a great opportunity for that. We haven't gotten a win at home yet, even though we've only had 2 games here at WB. So I think it'll be a great atmosphere. I'm excited to see our guys go out there and execute and play hard and play physical and play for one another.